Chapter 1. The Whispering Garden. The sun hung high in the sky, casting a golden glow over the Garden of Whispers. This was Lily the rabbit's favorite time of day, when the light danced through the leaves and painted the ground with dappled patterns. She hopped along the winding path, her nose twitching with excitement as she took in the myriad scents of blooming flowers. Max the squirrel scampered beside her, his bushy tail flicking back and forth with enthusiasm. "Isn't it just perfect today, Max?" Lily asked, her eyes wide with wonder as she gazed at the colourful blossoms swaying gently in the breeze. Max nodded, pausing to nibble on an acorn he had found earlier. "It is, but something feels a bit off," he said, his voice tinged with concern. "Have you noticed the flowers? They seem duller than usual." Lily stopped and looked around more closely. He was right. The vibrant reds, yellows, and purples that usually burst from the flower beds were muted, their petals drooping slightly as if weary. A pang of worry tugged at her heart. "We should visit Terrence at the Fountain of Vitality," Lily suggested. "He'll know what's going on." Together, they made their way through the garden, following the gentle sound of trickling water. The fountain was nestled in a secluded corner, surrounded by lush greenery. Terrence the Turtle was already there, basking on a sun-warmed rock. "Terrence!" Lily called out as they approached. "We need your help." The old turtle opened one eye lazily before lifting his head to greet them. "Ah, Lily and Max," he said in his slow, deliberate manner. "What brings you here on such a fine day?" "The garden," Max replied quickly. "The flowers are wilting and losing their colour." Terrence sighed deeply, a sound like the rustling of old leaves. "I feared this might happen," he said gravely. "The magic of the Fountain of Vitality is waning." Lily's ears perked up with curiosity. "What do you mean? How can we fix it?" Terrence glanced around conspiratorially before leaning in closer. "There is a gem," he whispered, his voice barely audible above the fountain's gentle splash. "A hidden gem that holds the garden's magic. Without it, everything fades." Max frowned, his brow furrowed in thought. "Where is this gem?" "That is the mystery," Terrence replied cryptically. "It was lost long ago, and only those who truly listen can find it." Lily exchanged a determined look with Max. The garden was their home, their sanctuary, and they couldn't let it wither away. "We have to find it," she declared, her voice filled with resolve. Max nodded vigorously. "But we'll need help," he added thoughtfully. Terrence nodded approvingly. "Gather your friends, young ones. Together, you have the power to restore what has been lost." With renewed purpose, Lily and Max thanked Terrence and set off back down the path. As they walked, Lily felt a sense of adventure bubbling within her chest. A quest to save their beloved garden. "We'll start tomorrow," she said firmly. "First thing." Max agreed, and as they made their way home under the setting sun, the garden whispered its secrets around them, urging them onward to uncover its hidden truths. The chapter closed with a gentle breeze rustling through the leaves, carrying with it a sense of anticipation for the journey that lay ahead, a journey that would test their courage and strengthen their bonds of friendship. Chapter 2. Gathering Friends. The morning sun peeked over the horizon, casting a warm glow across the Garden of Whispers. Lily the rabbit was already up, her eyes shining with determination as she prepared for the day's mission. Today, she and Max the squirrel would begin gathering their friends for the quest to restore the garden's magic. "Lily," Max called from a nearby tree branch, his voice carrying a hint of excitement. "Ready to go?" Lily nodded, her ears perking up with enthusiasm. "Let's start with Penelope," she suggested. "She's always full of ideas." Max scampered down from his perch and joined Lily on the path that led to Penelope the porcupine's workshop. As they approached, they could hear the familiar clinking and clanking of tools, a symphony of creativity that echoed through the trees. "Penelope!" Lily called out, her voice filled with anticipation. A moment later, Penelope appeared at the entrance of her workshop, her spiky quills glinting in the sunlight. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity as she wiped her paws on an oil-stained cloth. "What brings you two here so early?" she asked with a playful grin. Max explained the situation, his words tumbling out in a rush. "The garden's magic is fading, and we need your help to find a missing gem." Penelope raised an eyebrow, intrigued by the challenge. "A missing gem, you say? Sounds like an adventure." Lily nodded eagerly. Terrence told us that only those who truly listen can find it. Penelope tapped her chin thoughtfully. Well, you know I love a good mystery. Count me in. I've been working on a new invention that might come in handy. With Penelope on board, Lily and Max felt a surge of confidence. The three friends set off to find Myrtle the mole, whose knowledge of the garden's hidden paths would be invaluable. Myrtle's underground tunnels were cool and dimly lit, the earthy scent of soil filling the air. Lily led the way, her paws padding softly along the well-worn path. Myrtle, are you there? A small snout poked out from a nearby burrow, followed by Myrtle's cheerful face. Lily, Max, and Penelope too. What a surprise! After exchanging greetings, Lily explained their mission. Myrtle listened intently, nodding along as they spoke. I remember stories about the garden's magic from when I was just a young mole, Myrtle said, her voice tinged with nostalgia. I'd be happy to guide you through my tunnels. There are paths only I know. Penelope clapped her paws together. With your guidance and my inventions, we'll solve this mystery in no time. Myrtle beamed at the prospect of joining the adventure. Let's not waste any time then. With their team assembled, Lily, Max, Penelope, and Myrtle, the friends gathered beneath an ancient willow tree to plan their journey. The air was filled with excitement and the promise of discovery. We'll start by exploring deeper into the garden, Lily suggested, spreading a map on the ground. It was a colourful patchwork of paths and landmarks, each marked with careful detail. Max pointed to an area near the edge of the map. Here, he said, tracing a small circle with his paw. This is where Terrence mentioned we might find clues. Penelope adjusted her glasses and peered at the map. I have just the gadget for that, she declared with a wink. As they planned their route, Myrtle shared stories of hidden nooks and crannies within the garden, places where magic lingered and secrets lay buried. There's a legend about an owl who guards ancient riddles, Myrtle mentioned casually. He might know something about our missing gem. Lily's eyes sparkled with interest. Then that's where we'll head first. With their plans set and spirits high, Lily and her friends prepared to embark on their quest. They gathered supplies, acorns for Max, tools for Penelope, and snacks for everyone, and set off into the heart of the garden. The path ahead was winding and mysterious, each step bringing them closer to uncovering the truth behind the garden's fading magic. As they ventured further, Lily felt a growing sense of camaraderie among her friends, a bond that would carry them through whatever challenges lay ahead. As they walked, Penelope chatted animatedly about her latest invention, a device that could detect hidden objects using vibrations in the earth. Myrtle listened with interest, occasionally chiming in with suggestions based on her knowledge of tunnel construction. Max scampered ahead, his keen eyes scanning for any signs of danger or opportunity. His agile movements were a testament to his role as lookout for their group. Lily led them all with quiet determination, her heart set on restoring their beloved garden to its former glory. She knew that together, they could achieve anything. The chapter ended with the friends reaching a crossroads within the garden, a place where decisions had to be made and paths chosen wisely. The sun dipped lower in the sky, casting long shadows that danced playfully among the trees. Tomorrow, Lily said softly, looking at her friends with gratitude and hope. Tomorrow, we meet the owl. And with those words, they settled down for the night beneath the stars, ready to face whatever mysteries awaited them in their quest to save the Garden of Whispers. Chapter 3. The morning sun peeked through the canopy, casting playful shadows on the forest floor as Lily the rabbit and her friends gathered their belongings. Today was the day they would meet Oliver the owl, the enigmatic guardian of ancient riddles, who might hold the key to finding the missing gem. The air was crisp with anticipation, and even the leaves seemed to whisper encouragement as they rustled gently in the breeze. Lily stretched her legs and glanced at her companions. "Ready, everyone?" she asked, her voice carrying a mix of excitement and determination. Max the squirrel, ever vigilant, nodded from his perch on a nearby branch. "Let's get going before the sun climbs too high," he suggested, eager to maintain their momentum. Penelope the porcupine adjusted her satchel, which was brimming with tools and gadgets. "I've got everything we might need," she declared confidently, patting her bag with a satisfied nod. Myrtle the mole emerged from a freshly dug burrow, blinking against the sunlight. "The path to Oliver's tree isn't far," she assured them, her voice steady with reassurance. "Follow me." Together, they set off deeper into the heart of the Garden of Whispers. The path wound through groves of towering trees and past streams that babbled softly over smooth stones. As they walked, Penelope regaled them with tales of her latest invention, a device she called the riddle resolver, designed to help decipher complex puzzles. "I've been working on it for ages," she explained, her eyes twinkling with pride. "It uses sound waves to analyze patterns in speech and text." Max chuckled, his tail flicking playfully. "Sounds like it'll be perfect for Oliver's riddles." The group soon arrived at a majestic oak tree that stood proudly at the garden's edge. Its branches stretched wide, offering shelter and wisdom accumulated over countless seasons. Perched high among its boughs was Oliver the owl, his feathers blending seamlessly with the dappled light. "Greetings, travelers," Oliver hooted, his voice deep and resonant. His eyes gleamed with intelligence as he regarded them with curiosity. "What brings you to my domain?" Lily stepped forward, her heart pounding with anticipation. "We're searching for a gem that holds the magic of our garden," she explained. "Terrence told us you might have a riddle that could guide us." Oliver tilted his head thoughtfully. "Ah, yes," he mused, "the Gem of Whispers, a tale as old as these woods themselves." He paused, allowing the weight of his words to settle over them. "I shall give you a riddle, but remember, only those who truly listen can find what they seek." The friends exchanged determined glances, ready to accept whatever challenge lay ahead. "Here is your riddle," Oliver began, his voice weaving through the air like a melody. "In shadows deep where secrets lie, a guardian stands beneath the sky. Find the place where echoes play, and light reveals what hides away." Silence followed, as each friend pondered the riddle's meaning. Lily furrowed her brow in concentration, replaying Oliver's words in her mind. Penelope tapped her chin thoughtfully. "Shadows deep, could that mean a cave or a hidden grove?" Myrtle nodded slowly. "And echoes play, perhaps somewhere sound travels easily." Max scratched his head, his mind racing. "Light revealing what hides, maybe something that's only visible at certain times of day." Lily's eyes lit up with understanding. "The ancient oak!" she exclaimed suddenly. "It's known for its hollow trunk where sound carries and light filters through." Oliver watched them with quiet satisfaction as they pieced together the clues. "You are indeed wise," he said approvingly. "Follow your instincts, and you shall find what you seek." With renewed hope and gratitude, Lily and her friends thanked Oliver for his guidance. As they turned to leave, Oliver offered one final piece of advice. "Remember, true magic lies not just in objects, but in the bonds you share." His words lingered in their hearts as they made their way towards the ancient oak tree, a symbol of strength and mystery within the garden. Guided by Myrtle's knowledge of hidden tunnels and Penelope's inventive spirit, they navigated through winding paths that led them closer to their destination. Along the way, they encountered enchanting sights. A family of deer grazing peacefully by a brook, and clusters of wildflowers dancing in the breeze. Finally, they reached the ancient oak, its gnarled branches stretching towards the heavens like arms reaching for the stars. The tree's trunk was wide enough for all of them to enter together, its interior illuminated by shafts of sunlight that pierced through small openings in the bark. Inside, their voices echoed softly against the walls, a testament to Oliver's riddle and proof that they were on the right path. Penelope activated her riddle resolver, its gentle hum filling the space as it scanned for hidden messages within the tree's structure. Meanwhile, Max climbed higher into the branches to search for any clues that might be concealed above. As Penelope worked her magic with technology and Max explored above-ground vantage points, Myrtle shared stories of how this very tree had witnessed countless generations come and go, a silent sentinel keeping watch over all who sought solace beneath its boughs. Lily felt a sense of awe wash over her, a reminder that their quest was about more than just finding a gem. It was about preserving something precious that connected them all. Together, they searched every nook and cranny until finally Penelope's device emitted an excited beep, a signal that something significant had been detected within one particular section of bark. With careful precision, and some assistance from Max, they uncovered an intricately carved symbol embedded within wood, a mark left by those who had come before them, seeking answers from this ancient guardian. The symbol pulsed faintly with energy, a sign that they were drawing closer to unraveling this mystery once and for all. As dusk settled around them like an embrace from Mother Nature herself, casting long shadows across ground, Lily knew there would be more challenges ahead, but also felt certain now more than ever before, that together they could overcome anything standing between them and restoring magic back into Garden Whispers where it belonged. With hearts full courage and minds focused determination, they prepared themselves next leg journey, knowing well what awaited beyond horizon held promise, discovery, adventure, unlike any other experience thus far. As stars began twinkle above, signaling end another day filled promise new beginnings, they settled down, rest beneath protective canopy leaves, dreaming dreams bright futures yet come. In morning light would shine again, guiding way forward towards ultimate goal, saving beloved home once more. Chapter 4. Secrets Beneath the Surface. The ancient oak stood as a silent witness to the passage of time, its towering presence a testament to the mysteries it harbored. As Lily the rabbit and her friends gathered beneath its sprawling branches, they felt the weight of history pressing around them, a reminder that their quest was part of something much larger than themselves. "Are we ready to explore the tunnels?" Lily asked, her voice steady with determination. She looked at each of her companions in turn, drawing strength from their shared resolve. Max the squirrel, ever vigilant, nodded from his perch on a low branch. "Let's see what secrets this old tree holds," he said, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. Penelope the porcupine adjusted her satchel, ensuring her tools were within easy reach. "I've got my gadgets ready," she declared with a confident grin. "We'll find that gem in no time." Myrtle the mole, standing at the entrance of a hidden tunnel, smiled warmly at her friends. "Follow me," she said, gesturing towards the shadowy passageway. "These tunnels have been here for generations, and they'll lead us to the heart of the garden." With Myrtle leading the way, the group descended into the depths beneath the oak tree. The air grew cooler as they ventured further underground, the earthy scent of soil mingling with hints of moss and damp stone. Shadows danced along the walls, flickering in the light of Penelope's lantern. As they navigated the winding passages, Myrtle shared tales of the garden's past, stories passed down through generations of moles who had called these tunnels home. Her voice echoed softly against the stone, a comforting presence in the dim light. "These tunnels were once used by our ancestors to travel safely beneath the garden," Myrtle explained. They knew every twist and turn by heart. Lily listened intently, feeling a deep sense of connection to those who had come before them. The garden was more than just a place. It was a living tapestry woven from countless threads of history and magic. Suddenly, a low rumble reverberated through the tunnel, causing small stones to tumble from the ceiling. Penelope quickly activated one of her devices, a stabilizer designed to detect and mitigate structural weaknesses. "Just a minor tremor," she assured them as the device emitted a calming hum. "We'll be fine." Max peered ahead, his keen eyes scanning for any signs of danger. "Let's keep moving," he urged, eager to maintain their momentum. As they pressed onward, they encountered challenges that tested their ingenuity and teamwork. At one point, they reached a fork in the tunnel, two paths diverging into darkness. "Which way should we go?" Lily wondered aloud, glancing at her friends for guidance. Myrtle closed her eyes briefly, recalling an old rhyme her grandmother had taught her. "When paths divide and choices weigh, seek where whispers softly sway." With renewed confidence, she pointed towards the left tunnel. "This way," she said firmly. Trusting Myrtle's instincts, they continued along the chosen path until they reached a cavernous chamber bathed in an ethereal glow. Luminescent fungi clung to the walls like stars scattered across a midnight sky, a breathtaking sight that filled them with awe. Penelope marveled at the bioluminescent display. "Incredible," she breathed, adjusting her glasses for a closer look. "Nature's own light show." Max scampered ahead to investigate further, his curiosity piqued by the shimmering spectacle. As he explored, he stumbled upon a series of carvings etched into one of the chamber's walls, symbols reminiscent of those they had discovered within the ancient oak. "Lily," he called excitedly. "Look at this!" Lily joined him, tracing her paw along the intricate patterns. The carvings depicted scenes from the garden's history, a visual narrative of its magic and mystery. "This must be part of what Oliver meant by echoes play," Lily mused thoughtfully. "The stories are all connected." As they studied the carvings together, Penelope's riddle resolver began to emit a series of soft chimes, a signal that it had detected something significant nearby. "There's something here," Penelope announced, focusing intently on her device. Guided by its readings, they uncovered a hidden compartment concealed within one of the chamber's alcoves, a small space lined with smooth stones that glowed faintly in response to their touch. Inside lay an ancient artifact, a fragment of crystal imbued with faint traces of magic, a tantalizing clue that hinted at their ultimate goal, yet remained elusive enough to keep them guessing. "It's beautiful," Myrtle whispered reverently as she examined Crystal closely. Lily felt surge hope well up inside her chest. For first time since beginning journey, truly believed they were on brink discovering truth behind missing gem. Together friends marveled at discovery, each contemplating what it might mean for future garden they loved so dearly. With hearts full excitement and minds buzzing possibilities, they prepared continued journey deeper into tunnels, knowing well next step would bring them even closer, unraveling greatest mystery their lives thus far. As shadows lengthened around them and air grew still once more, the friends pressed onward, guided by light shared purpose, an unwavering belief, power, friendship unite against all odds. In silence broken only gentle sound footsteps echoing through corridors, time itself seemed to hold breath, awaiting moment when truth finally revealed itself beneath surface earth. And so chapter drew close, leaving readers poised, edge anticipation, eager discover what awaited just beyond reach. Chapter 5, The Heart of the Garden. Emerging from the depths of the tunnels, Lily the rabbit and her friends found themselves in a hidden glade bathed in the soft light of the morning sun. The air was crisp and fresh, carrying with it the faint scent of wildflowers that bloomed vibrantly around them. This secluded spot, tucked away from the rest of the Garden of Whispers, was like a secret oasis, a place where time seemed to stand still. "This is it," Myrtle the mole whispered reverently, her eyes wide with wonder. "The heart of the garden." Lily looked around in awe, taking in the sight of towering trees that formed a natural cathedral overhead. Their leaves rustled gently in the breeze, creating a symphony of whispers that seemed to resonate with the very essence of magic. Max the squirrel scampered up one of the trees, his keen eyes scanning for any signs of the missing gem. "This place feels different," he observed, his voice tinged with curiosity. "Like it's alive with something special." Penelope the porcupine adjusted her glasses and began setting up her gadgets, eager to uncover whatever secrets this glade might hold. "If there's any clue about the gem, we'll find it here," she declared confidently. As they explored, they noticed a series of stones arranged in a circular pattern at the center of the glade, each stone etched with symbols similar to those they had seen in the tunnels. The carvings seemed to pulse with a gentle glow, as if responding to their presence. Lily stepped forward, her heart pounding with anticipation. "This must be where it all began," she said softly, "the source of the garden's magic." Just then, a familiar voice broke through the stillness. "Indeed it is," came Terrence the Turtle's slow, deliberate tone. He emerged from behind one of the larger stones, his wise eyes twinkling with warmth. "Terrence!" Lily exclaimed, rushing over to greet him. "You knew about this place?" Terrence nodded sagely. "I've been its guardian for many years," he explained. "This glade holds the memories of our ancestors, the keepers of the garden's magic." The friends gathered around Terrence, eager to learn more about the history that bound them to this sacred place. "Long ago," Terrence began, his voice weaving through the air like a gentle breeze, "the gem was entrusted to our care by those who understood its power. It was meant to nurture and protect this land, but over time, its location was forgotten." Myrtle listened intently, her mind racing with thoughts of her ancestors who had walked these very paths. "So how did it become lost?" she asked, voicing the question on everyone's mind. Terrence sighed deeply, his expression one of regret mingled with hope. The garden faced many challenges over the years. storms, droughts, and changes that tested its resilience. In trying to protect the gem from harm, it was hidden too well. Penelope's eyes sparkled with determination as she adjusted her riddle resolver to scan the area for any hidden compartments or clues. "We have to find it," she insisted. "It's our responsibility now." Max nodded in agreement, his tail flicking with enthusiasm. "Together we can do it," he said confidently. As Terrence shared more stories of old, tales of bravery and unity among those who had come before them, Lily felt a profound sense of connection to this place and its history. She realized that their quest was not just about finding a gem, it was about preserving a legacy and ensuring that future generations could experience the magic of their home. United by purpose and guided by newfound understanding, Lily and her friends began searching the glade for any signs that might lead them closer to their goal. They examined each stone carefully, tracing their paws over ancient symbols that seemed to whisper secrets long forgotten. As they worked together, each character reflected on their role in preserving their beloved garden. Myrtle thought about her family's traditions, how they had passed down knowledge through stories and song, and felt proud to contribute her part in this grand adventure. Penelope marveled at how her inventions could bridge past and present, using technology to unlock mysteries buried deep within nature's embrace. Max reveled in his ability to scout ahead and spot opportunities others might miss, his agility and keen senses proving invaluable time after time. And Lily felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for her friends, their unwavering support, reminding her that true strength lay not just within oneself, but also in bonds forged through shared experiences and dreams. Their search led them back to Center Circle, where sunlight filtered through canopy above, casting intricate patterns upon ground below. It was there, with Terrence watching over them, that they discovered small indentation within one particular stone, a space barely noticeable unless viewed from right angle under right light. With hearts pounding anticipation and breath-held collective suspense, they reached out as one lifting stone revealing hidden compartment beneath. Inside, nestled against soft bed moss, lay object unlike any other, a gem radiant with colors, shifting hues reflecting light, dancing across surface. It was smaller than expected, yet pulsed energy so vibrant and pure it seemed almost alive. For a moment time stood still as friends gazed upon treasure sought so long and hard. Then, as realization dawned upon them, cheers erupted, filling glade, joyous harmony echoing through trees above. They had done it. Found missing piece puzzle, restored hope future generations, yet unborn. With tears, joy streaming down cheeks, Lily turned towards Terrence, thanking him. Guidance, wisdom shared along journey undertaken together. He smiled gently, nodding approval before speaking once more. "You have proven yourselves worthy guardians, this sacred place." And thus chapter drew close, leaving readers poised, edge, anticipation, eager to discover what awaited next chapter. Journey restoring harmony back into Garden Whispers, where belonged. As sun dipped below horizon, casting golden glow across landscape, transformed by discovery made today, Lily and her friends knew well, tomorrow would bring new challenges, opportunities alike. But tonight, they would rest easy, knowing their beloved home safe once Chapter 6, Restoring Harmony. The morning sun rose slowly over the Garden of Whispers, casting its golden light on the vibrant scene below. The garden, once dulled by the absence of its magic, now shimmered with renewed vitality. Flowers stretched their petals wide to greet the day, their colors a symphony of reds, yellows, and purples that danced in the gentle breeze. Lily the rabbit stood at the fountain of vitality, her heart brimming with joy as she gazed upon the restored beauty of her home. In her paws she held the gem, a small, radiant crystal that pulsed with life. It was the heart of the garden's magic, a treasure lost and now found through the courage and dedication of her friends. She turned to face them, her eyes sparkling with gratitude. "Are you ready?" Lily asked, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. Max the squirrel nodded eagerly, his bushy tail flicking with excitement. "Let's put it back where it belongs." Penelope the porcupine adjusted her latest invention, a clever contraption designed to safely place the gem back into its rightful spot atop the fountain. "This should do the trick," she declared confidently, her quills glinting in the morning light. Myrtle the mole stood nearby, her small eyes shining with pride. "I'll make sure we have a clear path," she promised, gesturing to the tunnels she had carefully tended. Together, they approached the fountain, a majestic structure carved from ancient stone, its surface etched with intricate patterns that seemed to tell stories of old. At its center lay an empty socket, waiting to cradle the gem once more. Penelope carefully maneuvered her device into position, her paws steady as she guided the gem towards its destination. With a gentle click, it nestled perfectly into place. For a moment, all was still. Then, a soft hum resonated through the air, a melody that rose and fell like a heartbeat. The fountain began to glow, its waters shimmering with iridescent hues that cascaded over its edges and pooled at their feet. As if awakened from a deep slumber, the garden responded in kind. Colors burst forth with renewed intensity, each petal and leaf radiating life and energy. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blossoms and the joyful song of birds returning to their nests. Lily felt a warmth spread through her chest, a sense of fulfillment that came from knowing they had succeeded in their quest. She looked around at her friends, their faces lit with smiles that mirrored her own. "We did it," Max said softly, his voice filled with wonder. Penelope clapped her paws together in delight. "It's even more beautiful than I imagined." Myrtle nodded, tears of happiness glistening in her eyes. "The garden is whole again." Their celebration was short-lived, as animals from all corners of Blossomville began to gather around the fountain, drawn by the magic that now flowed freely once more. Terrence the Turtle arrived first, his wise gaze taking in the transformed landscape with satisfaction. "You have done well," Terrence praised them, his voice carrying a note of pride. "The garden owes you its thanks." One by one, creatures emerged from their homes, rabbits and squirrels, porcupines and moles, all coming together to honor Lily and her friends for their bravery and teamwork. The glade soon filled with laughter and song, a joyous testament to their shared victory. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, casting warm rays over the gathering, Lily found herself surrounded by friends old and new. They shared stories of their adventure, tales of riddles and tunnels, courage and camaraderie, and celebrated not just their success, but also the bonds forged along the way. Max regaled them with tales of his daring climbs and quick thinking, while Penelope demonstrated her ingenious inventions that had aided them at every turn. Myrtle spoke of the hidden paths beneath their feet, tunnels that had guided them safely through darkness to light. And Lily spoke from her heart, expressing gratitude for each friend who had stood by her side throughout their journey. She reminded them all that true magic lay not just in objects or places, but in connections forged through shared experiences and dreams realized together. As dusk descended upon Blossomville once more, casting long shadows across ground transformed by day's events, the celebration continued unabated. Underneath starlit sky adorned twinkling constellations above, each one seemingly brighter than last. Animals danced and sang joyful harmony echoing throughout night. They knew well tomorrow would bring new challenges, opportunities alike. But tonight they would rest easy, knowing beloved home safe once more. And so chapter drew close, leaving readers poised, edge anticipation, eager, discover what awaited next. Chapter journey, restoring harmony back into garden whispers where belonged. In conclusion, as sun dipped below horizon, casting golden glow across landscape transformed discovery made today, Lily and her friends knew well future held promise, adventure, unlike any other experienced thus far. With hearts full courage and minds focused determination, they prepared themselves whatever lay ahead. Confident power friendship unite against all odds.